Hello everybody. Welcome to our channel. Tonight's video is to help you control your moods, to be less reactive, basically what we call in the helping field re-regulating your nervous system and your reactions. Lots of us have been through traumas in our past. Traumas. Sometimes we don't even always know when we've been traumatized, especially as children, because we think we're too sensitive in the first place. So when we've been exposed to drama for an extended period of time, often years, maybe abusive parents, maybe bullying in school, maybe even a religious type of abuse even. So let's start this session by using some rosemary. It is another type of smudge that does very well with clearing energy from around you and through you. I just don't know if I'm getting it in shot. There we go. And we'll just make sure that's smoking. And the rosemary sometimes needs to be relit a bit, but that's okay. So my specialty with hypnotherapy is actually working with people with trauma and CPTSD. The CPTSD is a newer phrase in the therapy world, but what it stands for is either complex post-traumatic stress disorder or childhood PTSD. So these are not necessarily the traumas of something that happens very short term. Sometimes we have accidents, a spill and fall. The CPTSD tends to have lasting, sometimes seemingly lifetime effects on a person's psyche and emotions and the way they handle and perceive life. There's a tremendous number of people that go through these types of challenges. I mean, I don't think anybody comes out of childhood unscathed, but not everybody has. Bad parents, bad siblings, bad schools and churches. Not sure what's going on outside, but it sounds pretty loud. So, this may become a silenced session. Sometimes that's why I do that. Turquoise. When I work with people and what I've worked on, when we can regulate our system better, our lives go so much better. But sometimes that can be challenging because with CPTSD, we also can have flashbacks or memories, something totally unrelated that might look similar to something that we went through. Like if we see somebody bullied on TV or in a movie, we might get triggered sometimes. And I'm going to be passing this stone over to you. It's a very protective stone. And I am going to put this at your second chakra. I'm also going to be handing over the blue kyanite, as that helps regulate the energy systems. So, a little bit more about what happens when we have CPTSD, at least energetically, is that energy, trauma gets stuck in our body. And that's what makes us overreact later. That's what makes us emotional sometimes, or unemotional. I know some people who are very unemotional as well. They get stuck in a paradigm that needs to be shifted. And sometimes can be challenging because their nervous system is still in fight, flight, freeze from the trauma. It's like, even though the trauma's over, for their body it's not. So I'm going to begin to help you re-regulate some of that. Okay. I'm handing this over to you, and I'm putting this kind of over your solar plexus and chest. Okay, in between there. And last but not least, I have a flower agate. And this stone really works when I get anxious. It's by my bed to help me sleep as well. Flower agate has, for me at least, a very calming energy. Can help regulate my system just by holding it. I think I like it almost as much as my selenite, which actually I did not bring into this session. And this one I'm going to place above your head. So let's take, I just love this candle holder, it's so pretty. So let's take a few moments to make our intention with this session. You can just use it to go to sleep, or you can use it to help you heal from the past. I'm just going to pass this towards you. I'm going to keep the flame out today if I can. And just make your intention towards the candle of what you want to heal today, what you want to receive today, for the highest and finest good. My intention for this session is to help assist you in removing damaging energy, self-sabotage, an awareness maybe of picking up an awareness that, maybe there are some shifts that I could take or make for myself. And also, of course, the crystal healing. The Reiki. Oops, got a little high there, sorry. The Reiki helping to give you more positive energy to help you regulate your system. Okay. All right, so just moving that around. Get the fire energy going for the cleansing. All right. Let's see what thoughts and emotions and belief systems we can loosen, pluck, so that we maybe don't feel as charged.
So I know when we tend to overreact, we also forget to breathe. So, on the chance that you rewatch this, when you're triggered, I'm going to ask you to now take a deep breath. Hold it just a second. And exhale. Do that again. Out. Make sure that breath is deep into the bottom of those lungs where the relaxation sensors are. When we go into that overreaction mode, we forget to breathe deeply and we tend to get shallow, and our anxious centers are towards the top of our lungs. Don't know if you've ever noticed somebody running, or maybe even when you've ran for real, like running down the street or down the sidewalk. When you're running, your breath tends to be a little bit more shallow. And when you stop, it gets deep to relax you. So remembering to take deep breaths, not just breaths, but deep ones. And sometimes other things that can help. If you're feeling triggered out in the world, you might have to take yourself off to the side and run in place for a moment to help get those deep breaths ready to come out. Some other things, one more thing has been coming to my attention a little bit more lately. As I'm beginning to write a class for those who want to re-regulate and are having trouble doing so, or maybe they want some more tools. Is information about the vagus nerve.
You might know what the vagus nerve is. I never hear anybody talking about it in ASMR videos. Especially the cranial nerve exams. Even I haven't. But that vagus nerve is your largest cranial nerve. It runs from the back of your head down your spine. And if you're having trouble relaxing, you could just take your fingers and take one or two just behind the ear, kind of at the bottom, and just massage. I know that really feels good. But learning a little bit more about the vagus nerve and how to activate it. If you can't do ASMR, maybe you're at work or something, or at school. And you can just do little things like behind your ears. There's a good number of people who are relaxed with amethyst. And this is called a chevron amethyst. And before I get into the crystal healing, I'm going to write the Reiki symbols on my hand and pass them through the camera. Okay? also be a good time to see what the angels might have for input today. So, interesting cards today. Sisterhood, brotherhood. A lot of times, those people who have dealt with traumas and dramas, and a lot of times they have a tendency to stay to themselves, tend to be empaths, and a lot of times that's why as well. But yeah, definitely finding someone, or more than one person, maybe even a group of people who have been through something, maybe not the same thing. Somebody who's understanding and can be helpful. Think about what that means to you, sisterhood and brotherhood. Do you have a significant person in your life, a friend, an acquaintance that you could befriend and get to know even more? To help each other out when you overreact. The other one is purification. So we're working with some of that today, helping to release from your system some of that trauma and add in some nice energy, some good energy. Alright, so bringing back the chevron, and I'm tapping not only for a little bit of ASMR, but to also get the energy bouncing in the crystal. Sometimes with certain crystals, including this one, I can almost see little energy sparks getting ready to come over. Don't know if you can hear my cat in the background, but she says I am assisting today in letting you know that it's safe to relax. Safe to relax. And if you want to go to sleep, that's fine too. That's great. And this next one is a fluorite wand. I find fluorite very calming. It has, well, you can find them in just one color, but I like it when it's almost like a rainbow. But this is purple and green and different mixtures like that together. I don't know if you can see it very well with my blue background lighting. And here is my little tiger ore. And tiger ore has similar qualities to tiger's eye. It's protective and can help a person feel more grounded. Stand strong in your body to own your space. So, some of the stuff I endured during childhood was elementary school bullying for years. For years. And it was interesting because, you don't get a lot of that. I mean, you can get it in adulthood, but you don't get a tremendous amount like in childhood. But some of you know that I'm also a hypnotherapist, and I gave an opinion piece one time, and the piece itself got altered by whoever wrote it. I don't even remember who it was. I should. But misconstrued it, and I don't think either of us realized exactly how it could have been interpreted wrong, the way it actually came out worded in the end, because I'm very careful with my language. For 20 years I've been doing hypnotherapy, so language is very important in how you say things. And this, I don't even know if I want to call it an article, but somebody just made me a target. I mean, just targeted me. And it had been out there for a while. And back in the day, it would have pummeled me. I would have overreacted, and it would have lasted weeks. Fortunately, I did get triggered by it. Felt just like being bullied in elementary school. I couldn't believe it, but this time, knowing that feelings often come up again and again because they need to be healed, they need to be let go of. And so I took that opportunity. By all means, it's not perfect. But this bully didn't even have the guts to put his name on the article, or her, I don't know if it's a male or female. But fortunately, my drama only lasted a couple of hours, and I was able to just basically walk away from it. Because the way they wrote it, I could just tell how hurt they were from something else. They were just hateful. And they had other articles, and it wasn't just about me. They had other articles about other hypnotists. And he was just spreading false news, false ideas. I mean, this person doesn't know about hypnotherapy. So Anyway, as you work on that re-regulation, and I'll do more sessions with it too on here, is that your overreaction gets smaller and smaller, farther and farther apart, until one day, ultimately, hopefully, it doesn't happen anymore. But one thing, and I'll put the link into the description, is to maybe go back to one of my other videos on self-love. It's incredibly important for those people who have been through traumas and are coping with the CPTSD to have self-love, to grow it, and maneuver with it, because it will save you. It will save you. And I want you to know that I am sending you mounds and mounds of love. Just as much love as you can take. I've used this a couple of times. It is a clay. Looks like a clay head. I got it right? Okay. Like a clay head, and there, we can see it a little bit better. And it's got some sort of clay bead in it, so it's not very loud. It's not a true loud noisemaker. But the little note that came with it said there were positive vibes, and believe me, I've placed more positive vibes into it. That when it shook, it would put that into your field. Get behind you. So let's do a Palo Santos blessing. Cleanse and bless. And I hope that this has helped relax you. Helps you go to sleep. Till next time.